As expected is Innovator, and also there with him is California Burrito and Charlie's away from his maximum promise. Much closer this afternoon. He covers Baby Max. Poster gets to the inside before the first turn. That's a good move for him. Second and maximum. Final Gambit is in the winner's circle.
Okay, everybody, look right here.
There he is, Final Gambit.
All right, y'all stay right here.
Thank you. Nice step up from maiden win.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Feels a little bit like Encino did last year.
What did you guys see in him that made you take this jump?
Well, he's a horse that was pretty immature from the beginning, and so we just developed him slowly, and it took him a couple tries to break his maiden, and he's just continuously shown the ability to step up, and we thought it was a good time to try it.
Used to be really good here at Turfway. What do you think about him switching to dirt potentially next time?
I don't think it'll be an issue for him. He's got the maturity now to handle something different.
And just what about the big weekend here, the 2-race parlay for your husband and you winning the Oaks and then the Jeff Ruby?
Yeah, that's super exciting. We had a nice filly in the Bourbonette as well, and once I saw she wasn't going to get it done, I had to switch teams there at the end, and I was really rooting for my husband's horse. Yeah, that was exciting.
So, yeah, very impressed with the stretch run, and yeah, when he kicked in, I was blown away by the kick. Yeah, very impressive.
And I mean, getting out of things here, but we got to say he's going back to dirt. He sure he can handle that, and sure looks like he can handle at a distance.
Yeah, look, everything is on the table at the moment, and there's an awful lot of discussions to be made, and the horse ultimately always answers the questions. How he trains. Maybe he'll go down to Keeneland now, and we'll see. But look, trainers like Brad, they get a feel for what the horses can and can't do, and we'll leave the professionals make those decisions. And obviously I'll talk to the owners as well and see what they'd like to do. But today is a huge step up on what he's done and for where we might want to go to in the future.
Fiction went into going from a maiden race to the Jeff Ruby.
The irony of it is, when Brad and I talked about it at first, he said, look, the distance of the Jeff Ruby would be great, but we might not get in. If we don't get in, we'll go to the Rushaway. So literally that was the thought, and then pleasantly we got in here, and pleasantly we didn't have to run in the Rushaway and find out that we could have put on a performance like this today. But there's an awful lot of unknown, and you're going to follow the trainers' advice, number one, and the feel that they have, and they, Tessa said the horse was working magnificent, talking to Blaine as well, and actually one of the grooms that was around him in the summer came up to me and said that his horse is doing great. So when you hear that independently from all the different people, you get a good feel, and he looked super in the paddock as well.
Being a Juddmonte bred, he's probably related to somebody we know. I mean, his pedigree.
Yeah, there's all the Juddmonte families are pretty good, and his is. But Sam wasn't a great race mare. I think obviously not this time, as an upcoming stallion who shows that he can upgrade his mares quite a bit. But he's out of a Tappet mare as well, which gives him the stamina, a bit of speed probably from not this time, and the stamina coming from there, and a little bit of class coming from the Juddmonte families, and that was a winning formula today.
We haven't seen all the preps obviously at Queen Louisiana Derby, but just would you be fine with going into the Kentucky Derby?
Premature yet. A lot of things have to happen. I think he's got to train on the dirt and show what he can or can't do.
I always have a good feeling as soon as Corey told me he was going to be the horse I was going to ride in the Jeff Ruby. right away I had it all set up in my head. Like I knew how fast the race was gonna be, and I had a good feeling right away. And I said that since the beginning, to even at home, to my wife, to my brother. I said I have a good feeling this year. I just like this horse. I like the way he have everything, not to run well, and he's still running well. And I think he will take it pretty good, and he did.
Did you expect to be that far back?
No, I didn't. Right here, the first time I didn't. But as soon as I start checking on him, they start coming back to me very fast. And then I was in a situation that I couldn't go out anymore. They were too wide, and I had to wait. I just had to wait to try to go through the bunch of horses. But they kind of accelerated a little bit after the 3/8, and that helped me out to get my way through and go out.
I'm concerned about 1.25 miles, right? When he makes that kind of move.
I don't think he lost a lot of ground. Even I tried not to. He's still losing a lot of ground, and after the look right there.
Yeah.
I'm still inside. Now I'm gonna get out and look how much ground I lost, and he's still making all that much and opening up in the middle of this track. So I believe that it's not gonna be a problem.
That's got to be a good feeling when he kind of kicks into gear like that, right?
It was a good feeling. It's the best feeling actually.
He hasn't run on dirt yet. How do you think he would handle that?
Yeah, it's gonna be I think I will have to get on him and see how he goes there. I don't see a reason for him not to like it. I know he ran third first time out and then straight here, but he's so talented. We have to check it.